I am Jonathan Knight in this B-Movie Madness. The movie I'm reviewing tonight, it's a special movie. My friend Tony Masiello, who let me review Metal Noir a few months back, is letting me review his next DVD release, Zombarella's House of Horrors. Now, with Metal Noir, that was a lost VHS movie that he was bringing out so people can finally watch it. This one, Zombarella's House of Horrors, is a movie that he actually had a hand in making. He co-directed, co-wrote it with Tim Ritter. And what the movie is an anthology film, and it's basically a big fat, love letter to USA Up All Night. Now, if you don't remember USA Up All Night, it was a show, I think, from the 90s that they would show B-movies, like sex comedies, trauma stuff, and all that, and they had a host. They would have, I think, Rhonda Starr and Gilbert Gottfried. It was a lot of fun. Most people remember Monster Vision with Joe Bob Briggs, and although I did enjoy that show, I thought USA Up All Night was the superior show because they had the more interesting movies. You know, Monster Vision had the more, like, well-known stuff. This one had more of the hard bodies, the Toxic Avengers, and all that. And that's what this Zombarella's House of Horrors is. It's a big fat love letter to that program because it has all the ads and it has all the, like, 1-900 ads. It has fake trailers, it has drug PSAs, and then it has, of course, the program itself, which is Zombarella's House of Horror show. And where she's showcasing a movie, which is a shot-on-video anthology called Tales from the Mausoleum, that's credited as being directed by Fred Olen Wood. And it's actually directed by Tony Masiello and Tim Ritter. There is so much to this movie. First of all, I will say this. I highly enjoyed this movie. I go into any movie that I request or, somebody wants a review with a little bit of not low expectations, but, mild ones, because I don't want to go in and not like the movie or not like it and then have to tell them that I don't like it, because it hurts me to say that, because when you're watching something that somebody actually made with a lot of passion and love and then you don't like it, it's kind of disappointing. But in this case, I did highly enjoy this movie because it was made with a lot of passion and love, but for what it was trying to accomplish, it was really entertaining. And that's, like I said, there's so much to it. So I'm going to focus that first on the Zombarella section and then talk about the ads and stuff afterwards. The Zombarella section, Zombarella is a character that Tony's been uploading videos on YouTube of her reviewing shot-on-videos movies like Las Vegas Bloodbath, Night of the Living Babes, and a couple other ones. And they're really cool, really a lot of fun. And in this case, she is hosting a movie called Tales from the Mausoleum. And her segments are a lot of fun. She has a great sense of humor. She's just, if you want an example of her stuff, go on the SOV Horror YouTube channel and watch her reviews. So it's a lot of fun. There's 3 stories. It's an anthology film. There's 3. Usually the normal anthology movies have 3. Some have 5. Some have more. This one is, the first one's called Computer Date, and this one was directed by Tony Masiello. And it's about a real sleazeball of a human being named Chuck, or Lucky Chucky as he likes to call himself, who goes on dating sites, talking to ladies on there, getting them to go to their house or him going to their house, filming them having sex, and of course, I think for his own collection. And if they are not willing to have sex, he drugs them and forces them to, basically. So he's a real sleazeball of a human being. Eventually, he talks to somebody on the dating site that ends up being someone that he shouldn't have fucked with. And things become really ugly for him fast, and he's not getting that lucky that night. I don't want to spoil exactly what happens at the end, the details of it. But it's a very short, simple story, but that payoff at the end is so damn satisfying. It's a great killer ending. Some solid gore effects. I mean, solid for probably the budget. All practical, which is always awesome. The performance by Travis Hoker, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, who's also in Tony's segment for High 8 called The Tape. He's really good at playing a sleazeball. He's probably really a nice guy in real life. Usually the people who play sleazeballs are like the nicest people in real life. And he's really good at playing it here. This is just a really fun story, simple to the point, great ending. The second one is called Cosmic Desires, and it was directed by It was directed by Tim Ritter. And it's about a housewife, a bored housewife, who keeps on having these really perverse fantasies about having sex with an alien. And eventually, you know, because she's in a relationship, she's married to a man that she's bored with and all that. And she eventually asks the alien, "What do I need to do so I could be with you?" And the alien lets her know through, you know, call it a Ouija board. And, well, things get pretty ugly for her and the husband really fast. Again, this is another. I don't know if it's shorter than the other story. It's a simple story again, but it has a great payoff. The alien fantasy sequence at the beginning is so very perverse and perverted, but I loved it because they went there. And I thought the alien makeup was pretty good. There's two aliens. It's like a blank white-faced alien, and there's a traditional looking one that comes in with him. He looks really good. There's some good gore effects at the end. I think there's gore effects. Yeah, there's gore effects at the end. It's not as gory as the first and third story, but it's more perverse than the other ones. Tim Ritter did a great job. He has a cameo at the end, which is pretty funny. But overall, it was really a lot of fun. The third and last, but not least story is called The Doll, and it's about a trio of busty babes who are... One of them goes, I believe, to her grandfather's house to have like spend there for time on Halloween there with her friends. And there's a ventriloquist dummy that belonged to her grandfather. And eventually they get bored after watching a shot and video movie on TV, and they have a what do you call it, seance. And the doll comes to life, and well, what do you think most killer dolls do? They kill. For one thing, ventriloquist dummies are always very, very, very creepy. And this one's, you know, the same. It's creepy as all hell. The effects for it actually are really, really good. The acting, Zombarella herself appears in the story, and she's fun as usual. The two other girls are very busty, and well, all three girls are busty, but two other girls are very busty. They actually show, you know, the goods, and they are very lovely, and there is some really nice gore and a great ending. I will say out of the three, this is definitely my favorite one because I'm a sucker for just killer ventriloquist dummies, dolls, whatever. And the doll is cool, and there's actually a lot of great like references, homages to Black Devil Doll from Hell. I mean, if you've seen Black Devil Doll Hell, you really will catch it in this movie. It's basically, the dummy is basically just a white version of that one. And there is, like, you know, the smoke coming out of the mouth and tongue coming out. It's a lot of fun. And like I said, great payoff at the end. And it takes place on Halloween, which is always fun. Between all this stuff, and sometimes in between the stories, there's a lot of fake vintage style ads for movies, 1-800 numbers, drug PSAs, yeah, all that stuff. The 1-800 stuff is a lot of fun. There's one's called 1-800 Lust, 1-900 Silk, and then there's one with a dude called 1-900 Beef, which is probably the scariest part, but also maybe one of the funniest parts of the movie at the same time. But the actress during the 1-900 Lust and Silk ones, and I can't remember the other names for it, she was very lovely. I found her, she was extremely attractive, and she really did a great job at portraying those girls that did those ads back in the 90s. And there was Datamate, which had various people, and then Tim Ritter has a cameo as Heavy Metal Man guy, Eugene, and he was a lot of fun. Those and the drug PSAs were pretty funny too, but the trailers, there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of trailers, and I will say all this stuff was directed by either Tony Masiello or Tim Ritter. And we start off with a trio of trailers for, and I got it written down because it's a long name, Cannibal Vampire Call Girl Hookers from Outer Space, Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. They show them back to back. And I'm telling you, just in those three trailers alone, you get enough boobs and blood to fill a whole entire movie. But then you got this whole movie, and you got a lot more of it, so it's awesome. And those trailers were a lot of fun. They had that nice old school feel to them. Lots of gore, lots of boobs, just lots of vampires, a lot of call girls, a lot of hookers. Those are a lot of fun. There's a whole bunch of trailers. And I tried to remember some of them. I wrote down a few of them. There was also the Backwoods Snuff Party Massacre, which I thought was actually pretty cool looking too. There's Crocogator, which I think ends the movie. That's supposed to be the next week's program on Zombarella's House of Horrors. There was also Hippie's Revenge, which is funny. Then there was House of Hose, Typeface. Just a whole bunch of trailers. And I really, like I said, the Cannibal Vampire Call Girl Hookers from Outer Space. It's a mouthful. And those were my favorites, but I also really enjoyed the Backwoods Stuff Party Massacre. And the Night Hunter Dads with the girl with the green hair. She was beautiful. She was gorgeous. I tried looking. I seen the names at the end of it. I think Michelle Macabre. William Castle said it both ways for his movie. I think that's her name, and she was gorgeous. I really liked her. But overall, to end this over a long review, it's only 10 minutes, but people really want to hear me talk for 10 minutes. I don't know. But I really want to give a big thank you to Tony and Masiello for giving me the chance to watch this movie. It means so much to me that you think that you wanted me to watch it and give my thoughts on it. I hope this review was decent. It was a great, just fun throwback to the good old days. You know, when we had programs like USA All Night, which we don't have anymore. This movie is a reminder how sadly the times have changed for the worst, because we don't have stuff like that anymore. I mean, Joe Bob is doing his stuff on Shudder and all that, but like I said, I'm more into like the Hard Bodies and the Toxic Avengers, you know, them kind of movies being shown on there. And sadly, them things, this is just a fun throwback. And if you want to buy this movie, I got good news for you. It is coming to DVD this Friday, September 13th, on sovhorror.com. I hope I said that right. But I'll have the link down below if I did say it wrong. So you can buy a copy. You can also buy a copy of Mel Noir, by the way. And also, Tony has another release coming out soon called The Silk Gallery, I think it's called. I probably said that wrong. But I'll have a link down there below, too, to the trailer for that. At the end, I will embed the trailer for this movie, that movie, and then my last review. But, like I said, I want to say again, thank you, Tony, so much for letting me watch this. I had so much fun watching this. I watched it last night. I wasn't feeling that great, to be honest. And it made me feel better, because it was just so much fun. It was 98 minutes of pure entertainment, which, in this day and age, that's all you need. You don't need something to change the world, change your mind on something. You just need some mindless fun. And that's exactly what this is. If you are a shot-on-video fan like me, then you need to buy a copy of this Friday, September 13th, on sovhorror.com. Because I highly recommend it to all of you. And everybody on my group, Be Movie Madness, I recommend it to you. I mean, watch the trailer. If you're like, that looks awesome, buy a copy. And like I said, buy Mel Noir as well, because that's an awesome little movie too. Once again, thank you, Tony. If you like my channel, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment if you like the movie, or comment if you like the review. If you watched the movie, please comment and let me and Tony know how you felt about it. Your feedback, you know, he would love to hear your feedback as much as I would like to hear feedback about my review. But I'm Jonathan Knight, and this has been B Movie Madness. Thanks for watching.